You know what nobody talks about? The fact that we're all walking around in literal torture devices and calling it fashion. I'm talking about high heels. And before you click away thinking this is another lecture about how bad heels are for you, stick around because what I'm about to tell you might actually change how you think about that pair sitting in your closet right now. So here's the thing. I've been wearing heels since I was 16. Started with those chunky platforms that were all the rage back then. Moved on to stilettos, pumps, you name it. And every single time I slip them on, there's this moment where I look in the mirror and think, yeah, this is worth it. But then 3 hours later, I'm literally limping to my car wondering why I do this to myself. Sound familiar? Yeah, I thought so. This whole relationship we have with high heels is honestly kind of insane when you think about it. We're basically choosing pain over comfort every single day. And somehow we've convinced ourselves that's totally normal. Let me paint you a picture of what actually happens when you wear heels. Your entire body weight gets shifted forward onto the balls of your feet. Your toes get crammed into this tiny triangular space that was definitely not designed for human toes. Your ankles are working overtime trying to keep you balanced on what's essentially a tiny stick. Your calves are shortened. Your lower back is arched in a way it's not supposed to be. And your knees are taking pressure they were never meant to handle. Doctors will tell you that wearing heels regularly can lead to bunions, hammer toes, nerve damage, chronic pain, and even permanent changes to your tendon length. Like, your Achilles tendon can actually shorten from wearing heels too much, which means walking flat becomes uncomfortable. How crazy is that? We're literally reshaping our bodies for shoes. And it's not just your feet either. The whole chain reaction goes up through your body. Your hips tilt forward. Your spine curves more than it should. And you end up with back pain that you probably don't even connect to your shoes. Physical therapists see women all the time with chronic issues that trace right back to years of heel wearing. But here's the kicker. We know all this. Every woman who owns heels knows they hurt. We know they're bad for us. We've all had that conversation with our friends where we joke about bringing flats in our purse or taking our heels off under the table at dinner. We've all done the weird barefoot walk to the car at the end of the night, heels dangling from our fingers. We've all felt that specific type of pain that comes from a full day in heels. So why do we keep doing it? This is where it gets interesting. Because the answer isn't as simple as we're vain or we're slaves to fashion. There's actually some pretty deep psychology and social stuff going on here. First off, let's talk about what heels actually do visually. They make your legs look longer. That's just a fact. When you wear heels, your legs are extended, your calves are flexed, and you appear taller overall. In a world where height and long legs are considered attractive, that's a big deal. But it's more than just looking taller. Heels change your entire posture and the way you move. Your hips sway more when you walk. Your back arches. Your shoulders go back. You physically take up space differently. And whether we want to admit it or not, that reads as more feminine in our society. There's this whole thing about heels making you look more confident, more put together, more professional even. Think about it. What do you wear to a job interview? What do you wear to a wedding? What do you wear when you want to make a good impression? For a lot of women, the answer includes heels. Not because they're comfortable, but because there's this unspoken dress code that says heels equal effort, sophistication, and taking things seriously. It's wild how much power we've given to shoes. And then there's the confidence factor. This is the one that really gets me because it's so real and so complicated at the same time. Ask any woman who wears heels regularly why she does it, and somewhere in that answer, you'll probably hear the word confident. There's something about the extra height, the different posture, the click of heels on the floor that genuinely makes women feel more powerful. Is that internalized patriarchy? Maybe. Is it social conditioning? Probably. But does it feel real in the moment? Absolutely. I've had days where I felt completely out like I could handle whatever was coming. That's not nothing. That psychological boost is a real thing. Studies have actually shown that women report feeling more confident and assertive when wearing heels. But here's what's messed up about that. We've created a system where women feel like they need an external object, specifically an uncomfortable and potentially harmful external object, to access their own confidence. Like, that confidence is in you the whole time. The heels didn't create it, they just gave you permission to feel it. And that's kind of heartbreaking when you really think about it. We're so used to not feeling powerful in our regular state that we need these props to unlock something that should just be ours. Now let's talk about the social pressure side of things, because this is huge. And nobody really wants to admit how much it affects us. There are still so many situations where women are expected to wear heels. Some workplaces have actual dress codes that require them. Certain events have unspoken rules about them. And even when it's not required, there's this subtle judgment that happens. Show up to a fancy event in flats and see how many looks you get. See how many comments like, "Oh, you went casual. It must be nice to be comfortable." There's this whole thing where wearing flats is seen as not trying hard enough. Like you couldn't be bothered to make an effort. And that's insane because the effort to wear heels is literally physical pain. We're measuring effort by how much discomfort we're willing to endure. Think about what that says about how we value women's participation in spaces. You want to be here? You want to be taken seriously? You want to look appropriate? Well, then you better be willing to help. It's this quiet form of control that's so normalized we don't even see it anymore. And the thing is, men don't have an equivalent to this. There's no male version of high heels where they're expected to wear something uncomfortable and potentially harmful to look professional or attractive. The most uncomfortable thing a guy might deal with is a tie, and even that's becoming optional in most places. But women, we're still out here literally damaging our bodies to meet some arbitrary standard of what looks good or appropriate. But here's where I want to flip this conversation a bit, because I don't think the solution is to just shame women for wearing heels, or act like anyone who chooses